two, one.
Greater Heights Financial Solutions, we are an accounting and tax firm that has been in operation for over 9 years. We are a team of accounting and tax professionals, and we do everything for your business, from bookkeeping to management accounts, financial statements, payroll, secretarial, and we are tax specialists. Whatever issue you may have with SARS, we are there to assist you. We also do secretarial services, so whether you want to register a new business, we service mostly SMMEs as well as established businesses. Think of us as your outsourced finance team, registered with SEBA as well as SIDE. Keep your business and your personal finances separate. SARS, their mandate is to collect, and they will do that. Make sure that you register for pay-as-you-earn and deduct the pay-as-you-earn from people's salaries and pay it over to SARS.
This feature presentation has been made successfully for the purpose of assisting school governing bodies and is compiled by Boards Company of South Africa, Gotham Bewegging and Limpopo Basic Education Support.
Greetings, my name is Mr. PJ Noyane and I'm the Deputy Chairperson of BOCOSA, which is Boards Company of South Africa. Now we've compiled this DVD so that we can be able to assist SGBs that are in Quintile 3 and Quintile 5 schools. It's important that we need to understand what is governance, what are the function and roles of governance, because we've discovered that a lot of school SGBs actually are doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. The responsibility is channeled to the school principal, who is supposed to be focusing on academic, and then the SGB is supposed to be facilitating governance. So you find a situation where some school principals end up doing governance and academic, which is absolutely unacceptable. The duties of the principal, as prescribed by their job description, is to oversee teaching and learning, which is the academic side. And the issue of governance is managed by the SGB. So in this video, we'll be breaking into you ways in which you can be able to improve your governance model as a school, whether Quintile 3, which is a fee not paying school, and your Quintile 5, which is a fee paying school, as prescribed by the policy that is of the school. Now, leadership has been taken for granted throughout the centuries. There are people who are actually abusing power of who they are supposed to be leading, and they tend to actually take granted what is actually presented before them. They want to exploit opportunities, use everything to work to their advantage, forgetting the mission and the vision of why the organization was established. And I want to make it very clear that when we understand why the organization was established, what is the core mission and the vision of the organization, then we have a way forward on how is it that we can be able to serve in that particular organization. So, without wasting time, I'm going to break some leadership lessons which you need to apply. And we call them the 10 leadership lessons, which are key and profound, which are going to assist you in making sure that you run a progressive and productive governance in the school. Now, let's start with leadership lesson number 1. Mission is more important than convention. what is your mission as an organization than to convert things without understanding the mission, which is a problem which a lot of organizations fail to understand, that mission is more important than what we call convention. Number two, you need to build a fanatical team. As SGB members, do not be excited to have people because they are famous in the public and they've got status, they're crowd influencers, and you're not having people who are credible. You need to build a fanatical team. Have people who are viable, who are going to come from different types of backgrounds and professions, who are going to contribute and actually make an impact in the benefit of the school and impact in the lives of learners, because you are there to serve and not to stay. Number three, know the battlefield better than the enemy. You need to understand the type of school that you are serving, whether quintile 3 and quintile 5. What is it that you can apply to actually make sure that the school gets to receive sponsorship, where the school gets to be transformed, and what is it that needs to be done so that everything can be profound. Number four, tread where angels fear to tread. In other words, don't be afraid to take the step forward to go and do fundraising, to go and do sponsorship outsourcing, because that is the function of the SGB. It is not the function of the principal. The SGB must go out, source funds, come back to the school and say, this is what we've actually sourced for school for the benefit of the school. Because most SGBs who are smart, they'll make sure that they get sponsors, and they also make an SGB Sukwama or coffers, where when they have meetings, there's a certain stipend that is actually given to them to assist them, so that it can motivate them, so that they can do running around, because the school might not have what you call petty cash for all these running arounds for sourcing of sponsors, because it's not an overnight sensation thing. It's something that it's a process, it's an ongoing process that needs strategy and skill so that it can be productive and viable. Number five, never rely on your own PR. Get an PR expert to assist you. Most schools have got a reputation that is good. Most schools have a reputation that is poor. Some have got a reputation that is bad. Others, it's a disaster. It's important that you need to raise up the image of the school by making sure that you get to return it to its former glory. And how do you return the school to its former glory? If you have principals that are former, that are still alive, it's important that you need to approach them, find out what is it that happened during their tenure or leadership, and what is it that you can apply from that, and then to improve what is actually present in that particular school. Because that is something that is going to give you a direction of where is it that you need to go and what is it that you need to do. Number six, build lasting monuments. There is nothing that irritates a governing body that does not build lasting monuments. You need to build lasting monuments by actually making sure that you get to showcase that as SGB under our leadership in 2013 or 20 whatever, this is what we did for the school. And then the coming SGB will be able to carry the baton going forward so that everything can be profound at the end of the day. Number seven, if you cannot stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I have a problem with a lot of SGB members who want to use, the right word to use is exploiting or exploitation, because they want to benefit as SGB members. They are corrupt to the core, together with some support staff members within the school. The right word to use in Afrikaans is geragtig. Hulle is geragtig. And we cannot have a school where SGB members or some components of SGB members are geragtig. We want people who are going to be profound and professional at all levels. Number 8, be professional at all times. SGB members, especially the chairperson, you must lead by example. You must be able to fluctuate, give factualization. When things are on the table, discuss them, address them. Make sure that you get to lead by example. Make sure that you get to visit the school unannounced. Check what is happening in the school. Assist the principal. Listen to the principal and the SMT. What is it that they're going to? Because that is your part of governance. You do not have to wait for the principal to call an SGB meeting. Because some schools understand that you meet on a quarterly basis, others on a monthly basis. But as governance, you need to meet on a monthly basis because there are claims that need to be paid. There are expenses that need to be facilitated. You cannot run a school being far away. That is totally unacceptable. Even board members who are from different provinces, They have a system where they meet online, where they discuss the progresses of the boards, and there's a time where they have to come because there are some emergencies that usually like to occur. Number 9, it's important that you need to undergo training, because I know that most of you rely on the department to give you training. Departmental trainings, I don't recommend them as such. You're only given policy. But how to implement, how to go and source out funds, how to write proposals, how to approve sponsors, that is something that is key and profound. And SGBs must have members who are, like I said, from different academic backgrounds and different professions, who are going to actually come and assist the SGB so they can govern and make sure that teaching and learning happens to be profound, and that sponsors are actually coming into the school and injecting money, and there is productivity in the school. And then the number 10 of all, number 10, I think, I just hope I'm counted right, is that you need to reflect on what is it that you do. Now, there are 4 secrets of success which you need to apply. Number 1, have a dream. What is your dream as the SGB of the school? Number 2, venture into the unknown. Now that you have a dream, now you're going to venture into the unknown. Ne? Number 3, put it practical. Number 4, have focus. Now, number 1, you have a dream. Your dream is to see that the school performs academically, not only in matric but also from grade 8, because I have a problem with schools that give attention to grade 12, where the roots, the foundation is actually a problem. We start there from grade 8, we groom them up until grade 12 to see the school being academically performing in the whole district or province, to see the school infrastructure being top notch, to see sponsors coming on board, to see teaching and learning going on, and making sure that the school has got security and other facilities that the school does not have, libraries, laboratories, etc. Number 2, venture into the unknown. So when you get into the unknown, you actually form a committee, make sure that you get together, you work. Number 3, put it practical. And the last one, you have focus.
Let us dive into another presentation.
Both a challenge in their own right, but one has 10 steps that are guaranteed to help. Hello world, it's me, Mike Ploger, back with another Visme video to help you prepare for your next business venture. While Visme can help you with a vast array of business projects and strategies, one thing we don't specialize in is marriage proposals. If you haven't gotten on a knee yet, we'll let you figure that one out on your own, but one proposal we can help you with is a business proposal. Not only do we have professionally designed templates available for free on our website, but in this video, I'm going to share 10 simple steps for getting started and nailing your next proposal. Stick with me and you'll have new clients and customers in no time. So, without further ado, shall we? Before we hop into those 10 steps, let's first discuss the business proposal at its core. Their purpose? Convince someone who's intrigued but not necessarily convinced to take action with your business or service. Your job is to provide that little nudge to lock them in. In order for this to happen, it's up to you to first fully understand your audience and what drives them. What's their problem? What are their goals and values? And of course, how can you help them with their wants and needs? Once you have a good understanding of your audience, it's time to consider 3 fundamental aspects of your own company. The basic details of your company, note your history, accomplishments, qualifications, or even personal background, anything to help a viewer understand why they should choose you. Proof of your knowledge and experience, make it clear you understand your audience's needs and are able to help. Details about what it is you do and how much it costs. What's the process for your service to provide solutions and how much would it cost? Have all of this information at the ready before you begin designing. It'll help later on as you plug them into your proposal. And to help you, Visme has templates like this that are already queued up with similar information. But that's just the beginning. Let's dive headfirst into the 10 steps of creating a masterful proposal. Where else else would you start besides the cover page? Design it as you see fit. Maybe our videos on presentation design ideas could help, but make sure to include the pertinent information like company name and logo and any contact information. To go the extra mile in a short and easy step, include a date and any descriptive details. See our example. These two elements will help your proposal look both organized and personalized to your viewer. It will assure them that this isn't just a generic proposal, but one built specifically for them. Their first page after the flip should be a cover letter. In your own words, introduce your company and why it is you do what you do. Mention the history of your company, perhaps how you got started and how you've grown to develop the services you now offer. Most importantly, briefly mention why your services are unique and capable of handling your audience's needs better than any other potential competitors. Of a strong proposal is the table of contents. This will help enhance the viewing experience for an onlooker who maybe isn't fully sure what to expect. They'll understand what's coming next, and if they revisit the proposal later on, they can easily find what they're looking for without flipping through various pages. This is a critical step to help them as they're about to make a decision. The proposal as a whole is meant to guide the audience towards making a specific decision, so help guide them even more with a proper table of contents. Okay, now we start to get into the meat and potatoes of your proposal. The executive summary sets the stage with the problem and solution section, which I'll get into here shortly. First thing you'll cover in your executive summary is why should your audience read your proposal? What value are you providing? Then start to mention the struggles your audience is likely having and how your company can solve them through your unique services. As you write this, keep in mind the word why. Why do they need your help? Why are you different from other similar companies? Why should they choose you? If you do this correctly, your audience will be engaged and locked in as they continue through the rest of your proposal. Step 5 is the most crucial of this entire video. It's time to outline the solution that you're suggesting. First, share what the future will look like should your proposal be accepted. This includes the desired final outcome and a timeline to answer any questions as to when the work will be done. You should be specific here as you address the particular needs of whomever is reviewing your proposal. So let's break it down. Why does your proposal exist? What's the problem? This must be identified and expressed. Use this section to provide clarity as to why your audience needs your help. Proving you have a full understanding of what they need will go a very long way. The second part of this step is the solution. What's your strategy? What specific tactics do you have that will solve the problem? Include that timeline I mentioned and personalize it as much as you can. Make it clear that this proposal was designed specifically for one purpose and one audience. Once you've done that, you're moving on to step 6. Up next is a page all by itself that's meant to be extremely specific. Outline your services. This differs from our previous step in that step 5 was a bit more generic. Step 6 is more detailed. Think of questions you've received over and over again from previous proposals. Use this area as an opportunity to answer them. And if it's your first proposal, do your best to anticipate what questions your clientele may have and answer them ahead of time. After this section, your reader should have a very strong idea of what working with you from beginning to end would be like, should they accept your proposal. As you start to approach the conclusion of your proposal, create an About Us page. Include a bio and a photo of yourself or your team as you reiterate why you're so unique. What industry recognition have you received? Any awards or acknowledgement through testimonials? What about proof through previous case studies? This is a great time to truly sell yourself and prove that you can be trusted. Step 8 is when it's time to display the pricing options you offer. The different options should be clear. This is where a professional yet free design service like FizMe can really help. We have templates available to anyone that were built with easy understanding in mind. This will also likely be the page that is most often revisited, so it should have an appealing and organized design. Include any specifics of your pricing and be prepared to explain why you came to those numbers so it doesn't appear like they're just completely random. Specific reasoning is important. Now it's time to get technical and maybe even legal. In step 9, it's time to add your terms and conditions. This includes the duration of the agreement, payment dates and details, the timetable for project completion, and what's expected from all the parties, and also a section on ways the agreement can be amended by either party. Essentially, this is the summary on exactly what is being agreed to. If you have a legal team to review this, well, even better. Get them involved to fill in any holes that may be missing. And our last step, proposing an offer with a call to action. After all, asking your reader to take the next step with you or your company is what completes a proposal. Whatever it may be, whether a signature or a payment page, guide your reader to completing that step with ease. Make it as clear, simple, and persuasive as possible as to what needs to happen next to move forward. If your proposal is digital, Visme allows you to place CTA buttons right inside your proposal. Partnering with you is just a click away. And so is Visme.com. As we wrap up this video, you should be prepared to write an effective proposal to land your next client. And I know I've said this already, but give Visme a try if you haven't already. The templates will speed up the process while making you look like a true design professional. Head to Visme.com now to get started.